Hi everyone, welcome back to your 30 days of Hypopressives. Today's day 29, you've only got one more day to go. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to use a ball today and again a dynamic focus on core work for waist shaping, core strength, core support, and we're going to start off in standing. So standing position, check that your feet are a hand length apart. We're going to have the toes stretched out and then relax them. Ball at chest height here, soft knees, neutral pelvis, ribs are stacked, and then lengthen all the way through the top of the head with that tiny little rock forwards towards the balls of the feet. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. And then one more, inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Really nice and tall through the top of the head. Chin back, shoulders down, and then inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Lovely 360 breath all the way through the rib cage. As you exhale, squeeze on the ball and lengthen. And then one more here. Inhale. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Feel that length through the waist. And then inhale. When you're ready, pop the ball just in between your knees here. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. One more breath here. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. Super. Take a breath when you're ready. And then two more breaths here. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. And then one more breath here. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Lovely. So we're going to grab the ball now and we're going to step back into lunge. So inhale, soften. Exhale, squeezing on the ball, stepping back as if on train tracks. So feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze, and you're going to hip hinge forwards into this long position. And then one more, inhale, soften. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. Make sure your hips are facing forwards, feet are evenly weighted, and you're aiming from a line from the heel to the top of the head there. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. And again, inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And then when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, stepping forwards into standing. Squeezing on the ball. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze, step back. And then one more, inhale, soften. Exhale on the squeeze, just tip forward. So you've got a line from the heel to the top of the head. You're going to hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs here. Feet evenly weighted. And then inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. And then one more, inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. Keep really nice and long through the top of the head there. Inhale when you're ready. So we're going to come into diver position here and then into the knee drop lunge, into the breath hold. So inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. Gonna do one more breath here. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Getting ready to hold your breath, pause. Slowly stretch your ribs. So we're going to step back, drop that knee down, keep squeezing on the ball. And as before, you can come to sort of a half knee drop position, or you can come all the way down. Make sure your pelvis is facing forwards, and then inhale. Exhale, come up, and we're going to step forwards into diver position again. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Exhale, squeeze. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, stepping back, dropping that knee down, really nice and tall through the top of the head. Keep squeezing on the ball there. And then inhale and exhale. Okay, lovely. So we're going to do the other side. So inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. One more breath here. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. So stepping back with the left leg, dropping that knee down, coming upright through the torso there. Lengthening, squeezing on the ball. And then inhale, exhale, coming up and then back into the starting diver position as well. Inhale, soften. Exhale, squeeze. And then one more here. Exhale, squeezing on the ball. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs. So stepping back, dropping the knee down, really nice and tall through the top of the head there. Inhale and exhale. So if you just want to come down onto the floor, we're going to come into a sideline position. Okay, lovely. So we're going to have the knees bent up here, and then we're just going to have the top leg straight out here. So it's parallel to the floor. Inhale and exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and then bringing that leg up into this long position here. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, bring that leg down into the starting position there. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And again, we're going to bring that leg up all the way. Super. And then when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Exhale, bring that leg down again. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. And this time we're going to touch the foot down onto the floor. Pause there. And then we're going to bring the leg up all the way again into this position. Lovely. And then inhale. Exhale. Quite the workout. And when you're ready, 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs and then touching the leg down. Bringing that leg up. Hold that there for as long as it feels comfortable. My leg does not feel comfortable right now. Inhale, exhale, bring that leg down, bring it in, and then we're going to come over onto the other side. So again, bring the knees in, stretch out that top leg so it's parallel to the floor. Inhale, and exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and then bringing that leg up. Lovely. Super. And then inhale. Exhale, bring that leg down so it's parallel to the floor. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, and again, bringing that leg up. Lovely. Super. And then inhale, exhale, bring that leg down again so it's parallel to the floor. 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath, stretch your ribs, so touching that leg down. Pause there for a second. Bring that leg up into the air. Keep that lovely rib stretch. And then inhale. Exhale, leg parallel to the floor. 1 final one here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath here. Exhale. Hold your breath. Stretch your ribs. So touching the leg down. And then bring it up into the air. Lovely. And then inhale, exhale when you're ready. Bring that leg in. Slowly come up. Thank you so much for joining me today. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the final day. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments. Let me know how you found those poses, which one was your favourite, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.